Howdy ho everyone, I hope you are having a great day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to review your bikini bottom genetics, which is the assignment you had yesterday, to help you understand what you are doing. So question number 1 is I'm going to go through every genotype and indicate whether it is heterozygous or homozygous. So if it's heterozygous, I'm going to write HE. If it's homozygous, I'm going to write HO. So hetero means different and homo means same. So big T is homo, so HO. Big B is hetero, so it's HE. Big D is homo. Big F is hetero, so HE. Little t is homo. And little d is homo. So if it is the same size, then it is homo. If it's different, then it's hetero. So which of the following genotypes in number 1 would be considered purebred? So purebred means that it is the same. So that would be homozygous. So it is homozygous, that means it has the same. Which of the genotypes in number 1 would be hybrids? Hybrids is different, hybrid. Ooh, hybrids. Hybrid is different, so that would be heterozygous. So different and same. Same and different. Alright, let's go down. So determine the phenotype for each of the genotype using the information provided from SpongeBob. So yellow body type is dominant to blue. So yellow is dominant, so it's going to be a big Y. And blue is recessive, so it's going to be a little y. So if I have 2 big Y's, my phenotype is going to be yellow. If I have a big Y and little y, heterozygous, this is still going to be yellow because I have a big Y. This one, the little one. Okay, if I have 2 little y's, this is going to be blue. This is homozygous recessive. This is why we do not see a lot of recessive traits, because it is hard to get both of the recessive genes. For each of the phenotype, give the genotypes that are possible for Patrick. So Patrick has a tall head, big T, which is dominant to short head. So tall, you could have big T, or you could have big T, little t. And then for short head, you can only be little t, because it's recessive. Alright, question number 4. SpongeBob SquarePants recently met SpongeBob Susie. Round Pants at a dance. SpongeBob is heterozygous. SpongeBob is heterozygous for his squared shape, but SpongeBob Susie is round. Create a Punnett square to show the possibilities that results in SpongeBob and SpongeBob Susie if they have children. So list the possible genotypes. Okay. SpongeBob is heterozygous. So let's say SquarePants, and then round pants, or round pants. Here's the key word for you. It says SpongeBob is heterozygous. Notice it didn't say dominant or recessive, it just said heterozygous. If I was heterozygous, recessive. Like if I was little y and big Y, if I have a big Y, I'm still going to show the dominant trait. So that tells me SpongeBob is big Y and little y. Now, these letters, you make them up. It's not going to be given to you. You make them. So I chose big Y to represent square pants. Because it's dominant. And the little y to represent round pants. So in order for Susie to show round pants, she has to be homozygous recessive. So list the possible genotypes and phenotypes of their children. So SpongeBob is big Y, little y, big Y, little y. Susie is little y, little y. So bring them together, big Y, little y. Bring them together, little y, little y. Big Y, little y. Little y, little y. So genotypes, you can see big Y, little y, R, little y, little y. Those are your genotypes. Phenotypes, I'm going to put a G right here. Phenotypes is what you physically see. I can physically see that half of them, so 1/2 are going to be squared. And the other half are going to be round. What are the chances of the child being a squared shape? So if I have a big Y, it's going to be squared. So I have one big Y, two big Ys. So I have 2 out of 4. Oh, out of 4. Which is, if I have 2 quarters, that's 50%. What are the chances the child would be round shaped? So in order to show a recessive trait, you have to be homozygous recessive. So I have 2. So 2 out of 4, which is 50%. All right, you try to do number 5. Everyone in Squidward family has light blue skin, which is a dominant trait color in this hometown of Squid Valley. So light blue is dominant, so I'm going to say big B. His family brags that they are all pure blood. He recently married a nice girl who is light green skin. So light green skin is recessive. Which is a recessive trait? Create a Punnett square to show the possibilities that would result if Squidward and his new bride had children. How ironic. Use B to represent the dominant trait and little b to represent the recessive trait. I honestly did not know that until I read it. So, good pick of numbers, Miss Gage. Okay. So, if Squidward is purebred, his family brags that they are purebred. So, purebred is homozygous. So, Squidward is dominant big B, because he's homozygous dominant, because he's light blue. And then the girl, do we name her? Does she have a name? It just says girl. Yeah, sorry. Go by girl. The girl, since she's green, she's homozygous recessive. So she's little b, little b. Okay. Now I'm going to do my Punnett square. Dad is big B, mom is little b, Bring dad down. Big B, 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 little b. So here are all your children's possibilities. So they're all going to be big B, little b. Their phenotypes are all going to be light blue skin. Because they all have big B. What are the chances of a child with light blue skin? 100%. Because they all have big P. What are the chances of green skin? 0%. Would Squidward's children still be considered purebred? Explain. No. Because his children are heterozygous, even though they all have light blue skin. Okay. You do 7 and I will do 8. So Mr. Krabs and his wife recently had a little baby. But it has not been a happy occasion for them. Mrs. Krabs has been upset since she first saw her new baby, who had short eyeballs. She claims that the hospital goofed and mixed up her baby with someone else's baby. Mr. Krabs is homozygous for tall eyeballs. Oops. He is homozygous for tall eyeballs, while his wife is heterozygous for tall eyeballs. Some members of their family have short eyeballs, which is a recessive trait. Create a Punnett square using T for dominant and little t for recessive. So big T is tall eyeballs, and little t is short eyeballs. Okay. Mr. Krabs is homozygous for tall eyeballs. I wouldn't say eyebrows so bad. So Mr. Krabs, I'm just going to put Mr. He is big T, big T. She, Mrs., is big T, little t, because she's heterozygous. Alright, I'm going to do a cross. I think I'm going to do it right here. Big T, big T, big T, little t. Bring the baby. Big T, little t, big T, big T, big T, little t. Alright, the possible genotypes are big T, or big T, little t. Phenotypes. They're all tall eyeballs. Okay, did the hospital make a mistake? Explain your answer. Yeah, look at this. So the baby has short eyeballs. With their genetics, they would never get a short eyeball child. So did the hospital make a mistake? Uh-oh. Yes. Yes. Explain. Because they could never have a short eyeball, child due to their genetics. What will... Alright guys, well I hope this helped you some. If you need any more questions or if you have any, feel free to email us.